everyone and welcome to Club Reaction to Rangers 3, Kilmarnock 1 and a rather enjoyable afternoon at Ibrox. I am Scott Carney, I'm on my own today, and yeah, today could have been a bit of a slippery kind of banana skin if you like for Rangers, but ultimately it didn't turn out to be that way. I thought Rangers were very good in points and all three goals were really good goals, really positive, and it's nice for us to bounce back after the disappointment of the weekend with quite a convincing win over Kilmarnock. The starting 11 today, Suter came in for Balogun, the midfield was Dowell and Lundstrom, the front three was Sima, Dessers and McCausland, Redvan at left back, Tav at right back, and yeah, obviously one of the biggest talking points I think will be that Raskin made the bench, and Silva, the new signing, also on the bench, which is good to see. Positive that we're getting options coming back in now as well towards the winter break. Into the game itself, I thought Rangers were pretty dominant, to be honest, through the entire game. I thought maybe in the first half we lacked a bit of urgency. Thought the tempo was a bit down. Didn't think we were being clinical enough. The best chances did fall to Dessers. He had a shot that hit the post and went wide. He had a header that just floated over the top of the bar. And Sima had one that had kind of deflected shot that the keeper got down to at the near post to save it, to keep it level. But it was becoming slightly frustrating. I thought Rangers were almost slipping into the lull that we've seen so many times before, but the way we finished that half is extremely pleasing, really pleasing. I thought we kind of upped our game when we started to move the ball quick. We were kind of causing problems, and it was a breakaway. Dessers gets the ball on the left hand side and plays an absolutely beautiful pass. There's no other word for it. It is absolutely perfect to the on-rushing McCausland, who's breaking through on the right hand side. McCausland has time to take a touch to compose himself as he's running onto it, slips it away to make it 1-0, and yeah, at that point I was thinking, good, we've got ourselves ahead. We're going into the half. Going into half time ahead, and it would be a much better reading of the first half than if we'd went in at 0-0. So for that, McCausland took the goal very well, and yeah, Dessers' ball is, you got to give credit where it's due because it was tremendous. But before half time we made it 2. The ball gets fired into Sima from the right hand side, and he kind of chests it and it loops up over the top of the defender, and he manages to beat the defender to the ball dropping out the sky, and with a volley with the right boot, absolutely bullets it into the left hand corner. A great finish, honestly a tremendous finish. And Sima was one that I thought was a bit frustrating in the first half. I thought his touch was off, but for him to finish the half like that with a goal like that, we'll take all of that back because it was a cracking finish, and it got us to 2-0 at half time, and very comfortable. I thought Rangers did deserve it. In the first half, Butland was called into action once. We were sloppy in the middle of the park to give the ball away. Lundstrom and Cantwell both guilty of it. Butland had to be called into action to make an incredible save, which he did so, and yes, half time 2-0. In the second half, you're always going to get a bit of a surge for Kilmarnock. It's always going to happen, and indeed it did. With the bit of pressure that they did have, they managed to get a penalty. Now, I don't know about this one because I didn't really see it in real time. If as soon as it's checked and Beaton goes over to check the monitor, we all know what way that is going, and yeah, it was a penalty and they make it 2-1. But the response from Rangers after that was superb, absolutely brilliant. We went straight up the other end of the park, kept the pressure on, and then a really nice goal, a really tidy worked goal. Sima and Redvan linking up on the left hand side, gets it into the box, and Cantwell's there to put it away. And we were 3-1 up, and it took the wind out of their sails and pretty much sealed the deal for Rangers. It pretty much sealed the 3 points. So yeah, I thought players like Cantwell, much better in the second half, Redvan as well, Sima, everybody really upped their game in that second half, and the one that kind of stood out for me was young McCausland. I thought he was terrific in that second half. His work he was putting in to get back, to win the ball, especially, I thought he was great, really good, and my man of the match, that is for absolute sure. I thought McCausland was great. Redvan as well, very good in the second half, but I think everybody's really upped their game, and I would struggle to find anybody that I'm not particularly pleased with. Maybe, again, probably Dessers apart. Dessers, we've seen the spectacular and we've seen the poor from him today. The chance that he has in the second half of the ball, it gets to him in the middle of the box. Why he's not pulling the trigger straight away, only he knows the answer to that. He seems to always want to take a touch or do a turn, and as if it's like a trigger for himself he has to do that before he gets a shot away, because he had 2 or 3 chances where he could have got a shot away, and ultimately it was too late by the time it happened. But he should have scored. He should have scored that chance, or at least had the keeper to pull off a pretty good save to stop him scoring. So yeah, it was the sublime and the poor from him today. But look, ultimately, I said any win would do, and I think the win today was thoroughly deserved. I thought Rangers were good today. I'm happy with what I've seen. We go into the winter break on a bit of a coming off the back of a win, which is always a good thing. You don't want to drop points. You don't want to make a mess of anything. Or it's a convincing win, and Rangers did deserve it. We've seen Silva came on today. Again, it's going to be hard to judge him. Really, he's just in. He's not going to have much time with the team and in training and stuff like that. He looks quick. He looks like quite a powerful lad. I'm interested to see more of him for sure. The more options we can have up top, the better. And he was playing as a kind of 9. Him and Cantwell were almost interchanging between 9 and 10 between the two of them. And yeah, we've seen Raskin come back in as well, which is good to see. We need more options in the middle of the park, and it was definitely good to see him coming back. Sterling come on as well for Dow. Dow again, I thought, and especially in the second half, I thought he was good. Bit of breakdown of communication a few times with one with Cantwell, and I can't remember who the other one was with. Again, it's just the wee kind of fine-tuning bits that we need to be done in order to be really ruthless against teams. But it's all still heading in the right direction for me, very much so. And yeah, Eve Sterling did a pirouette on the ball in the middle of the park as well, which pleased the Ibrox crowd. But look, today was about getting the win, but ultimately we performed well today. I'm happy with what I've seen, and I say now that we're into the winter break, we'll hopefully see more signings come in, possibly see some leave if we get suitable buyers, we get suitable clubs to loan players out to loan to buys, whatever way it's going to be, the smart business that's probably going to need to be done. But ultimately, it's a good win. It's a good win for us today, and really good goals, really top goals. So I'm happy about that. I said earlier about McCausland's was my man of the match today. I thought he was great, especially that second half. I thought his work rate, his effort, he's never given up attitude that he seems to have, or he definitely had today anyway, was really good to see and very pleasing to see. And yes, a positive day at Ibrox, apart from getting soaked on the way there, but things you do to go and watch Rangers, obviously. So yeah, into the winter break we go. We're not going anywhere. We'll be back on Friday with Club Live. Not sure who's hosting that. We'll sort that out during the week. And yes, as I say, we'll be back for the following week as well. Obviously, Rangers' next game is Copenhagen on the 12th, I believe that it is, or maybe the 15th, I think it is. It's the first game back. It's a friendly that will be at Ibrox on the Tuesday, and then obviously the Friday following that is our live show. And if you'd like to come along to that, the link for the description, the link for the tickets is in the description for this podcast. Please come along, have a great night with us. We really look forward to seeing you all there. But until Friday, enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you're not like me and having to go back to work tomorrow, because it's already giving me the fear. But yes, it is. It's that time of year where you have to go back to normality, unfortunately. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Speak to you all on Friday. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.